Hey Alex, just wanted to start by asking what did you think of Miles's performance yesterday and to get 5 sacks and break that record?
I want to say it's unreal. 101. Miles is definitely in his own category as far as pass rushers. That's ever, you know, came into the football league and just finna do it at a certain age, getting into uh set the records at the age he is now, and just seeing how he carries himself and how he works on his body and stuff like that. It just proves that he could be in the league for as many more years as he wants to be. So there's no drop off with him. And the thing is, with even though he has five, it's like he was never satisfied. Like, I want to get six, I want to get as many as left before the clock hit. So just for him to stay hungry and stay have that drive, it's kind of like contagious throughout like the D line room. Like, you see him on the other side. You see how fast he gets to the quarterback. You see how hungry he gets to the quarterback. So it kind of feeds off to the others of, what I'm saying, like, we could get to the quarterback also. Like, it ain't just got to be him. We could take the load off him a little bit, but just seeing him achieve that and just being on the side of him physically and, like, just congratulating him, like, it's a lot just to witness it.
Does it make the kind of performance he had? Grant and Denzel talked a little bit about this yesterday after the game, but does it make it more frustrating that, he has this historic performance and you guys aren't able to finish with a win then?
I mean, it's really frustrating. I mean, that's just as truthful as you can put it. I mean, that's like, somebody in basketball dropping a career high and 50 points and stuff like that. And it's like you do all this work and you do that work. You get to the quarterback this many times, and then just for, to not leave with a win, it's not only it's frustrating, but it's like damn, like, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you try your best, you try your best, you try your best. But the best thing you can do is just, try to stay positive about it. Don't let it get you down and stuff like that. But the more you put in the work and stuff like that, it's like, all right, you know, it's gonna come into fruition one day. He could get 5 sacks when we get back, and it comes and it'll feel a whole lot better with a win. It's just that, like, just that thing you gotta stay positive in your mind. It's like, yeah, you put in the work, but I mean, it's frustrating for sure. I agree with him.
All right, next we'll go to Scott.
Hey, Alex. So are you going through the same thing? I mean, you had a good game yesterday. You were really active, making plays in the backfield. Are you kind of experiencing that same thing that you just talked about?
It's starting to get there. I mean, I used to hate it as much, and that's something that Miles used to tell me. Just like with chips and stuff like that, double teams, and I used to get frustrated. And he would say, and it kind of, and I spoke on this with my family and stuff like that, and it kind of dawned on me a little bit. And he would say, if they chipping you and doing all this extra stuff just to occupy you, and just like they doing me, that means they respect you. Instead of, because we use it as a term, if you rather have a one-on-one with me, you don't respect me. But if you bring in chippers and stuff like that, that means obviously I'm doing something to wreak havoc on the game. So just for him to, tell me that, it's kind of like, okay. Once he told me that, I kind of looked at it in like from a different perspective of like, okay, when you say it like that, all right, it kind of makes me feel good because it's like I'm doing my job.
Gotcha.
So
Thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Cam.
Hey, Alex, kind of off of that and handling the frustration, but also, trying to be as productive as possible. Have you found a balance, like a process of navigating that, of trying to, you know, be highly productive and impact as an individual, but also manage the frustrations, knowing it's a team sport and there is probably only so much that you can do as one player?
I mean, the main thing you have to do is control what you can control. That's just been the big thing, especially for myself, especially all the adversity I've went through. Just not trying to be Superman, not trying to make somebody else's play, not trying to control what the back end does. One thing that we just do as a D line is we just, we focus on the D line, and we could put energy into the defense of us being a standard top defense and stuff like that. But individually, I would just say yeah, it could be frustrating, but the main thing you got to do is just really like stay positive. And even though it's hard to stay that sometimes, as much given the fact that I care a lot, I don't like to lose. I'm pretty sure nobody likes to lose, but just the fact that you got to look at the bigger picture. We're going into the bye week and we have 9 more games left. Like there's a lot of time, and not only just saying it, you have to believe it. And not just saying it just for it to sound good and stuff like that. No, like you got to internally believe in your heart. Like, like we got to turn this around. If we got any chance of making the playoffs or winning the division, we have to do something to turn this team around. But the first thing you gotta do is look within yourself. So that's why I just say, yeah, I could be productive more. I should have, rushed a little bit better than I did yesterday and stuff like that, where, I have a high standard myself where it's like, okay, if I didn't go up the field, maybe he didn't, leak out through the B gap or something, like just stuff like that, just self-critique. I'm a self-critique myself harder than anybody else, harder than the coaches would and stuff like that. So I would just say, man, like I would just control what I could control. Don't stress because it's the NFL. What you don't want to happen is going to happen some way somehow. The game is just the games is flows of ups and downs. So it's what you can determine. Like you could determine the fact of how you want the game to go about. So
Thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Alex, I actually have two questions, if you don't mind. The first one is after the game yesterday, Miles was talking about how he's going to take it upon himself to work through the bye and to talk to coaches and players and try to come up with ideas on things that you guys can do as a football team in all phases to improve. And I understand that, he's got that kind of status where he can do that sort of thing a little bit. But as a defensive player, with you guys for the most part this whole entire season, just upholding your end of the bargain, will you guys need to see some kind of tangible proof or evidence when you get back from this bye that something has changed or something's going to be different on the offense so that you guys can go out there with hope and, keep your heads in the game and know that things are going to be better?
I mean, you just gotta put in the work, and not only put in the work, just like I said, believing is winning. Just like the last question, like you just gotta see it happen. Whether that's my thing is we all one team. We all flow of energy off of each other. If the offense makes a play, we're happy for them. If they down, then we pick them up. If we're down, then we pick them up. That's just the things of a winning football team. Like Kevin would say, that's like complimentary football. Like real complimentary football is picking your brother up when he's down. If something doesn't go right, I got your back and stuff like that. So the thing is, like, just coming back from the bye, like I can't speak for Miles or anything, or I can't speak for the coaches and stuff like that. I just know like the more physical work that's being put in and the more that people show up to actually, work and stuff like that, I feel like we'll be a good football team. We just can't slack, And the thing is, we're not in a position to slack around no more. We're not in a position to, take shortcuts or just be like, okay, well, we will get it right this time. We're not in a position to do that no more. If we're gonna win, we got to do things the right way, and that's holding each other accountable like we've been doing. And even if it's to a certain extent, like I will always tell people, I'd rather my teammate hold me accountable than my coach will, because it hits way more different than a coach doing it. A coach is, just somebody that's coaching you, that's getting you better and stuff like that. But from to hear from, like, if Grant would tell me, "Hey, I need you to set the edge on that," it's like, man, I need Grant. Grant need me because he has a certain gap on the outside of me or the inside of me. Like, so for me, it kind of is like I could use the same thing in practice with the offense, like whether it's the line, whether it's the receivers and stuff like that. Just like they could use the same thing with me. We are all valuable pieces to the puzzle of this football team. So the thing is, I rather just be in the mindset of just pushing each other to a certain potential that I don't think has been unlocked yet. Like, yeah, we scratching it. You have phases where it's like in training camp where you scratch the surface, or we not there yet, this at the third. But no, now is the time where everybody has to be pushed to a certain potential, whether it could get uncomfortable, whether it could get, you know, excruciating where some people may not just like it, but that's just the fact of that just makes the revenge so much sweeter in the end. Like, so my thing is just coming back on a bye, everybody just pushing each other just to be the best we could be, and just pushing each other to their limits. So
And my second question was, I don't know that you were asked specifically yet about Miles, slamming his helmet down at the end of the game and kind of whipping the helmet down. I don't think you were asked about that. But my question about that is, I'm not sure if you were in the vicinity or if you saw it and then he kind of went and sat by himself on the end of the bench. Do you worry about his mindset when you see some kind of a situation when he does something like that, or what does that show you or tell you?
that just shows somebody who's passionate about the football game of football. Somebody who wants to be a winner, somebody who wants to lead, and somebody who wants to. I mean, and if people would go on social media and look at it the wrong way, as if he's lashing out, he's having attention chance on just that just outside noise. Like at the end of the day, man, like this is somebody who wants to win, nothing less. Like I won't stop till I get a win. Cause that's all we get in the game for. That's the thing. A lot of people we come from winning. So for us to, to lose and, not find a way to win and then, be up and down, it's frustrating because that's not what we play the game for. We play the game just to have the names on our backs, and we play the games like it's a child's game just to have fun and stuff like that. But it's also a competitive sport. Some people may not be as competitive as others. Some people may not care. Some people, and when I say some people, I don't mean people like on the same, just speaking in general, just like, but just being a competitive person, I know for a fact I don't like to lose. I hate losing more than I love winning. So I don't look at his mindset as anything different. I look at somebody who won't stop at anything by any means necessary, will get the job done. So I don't have no problem about Miles.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, last two. First one, Chris.
Hey, Alex, I just want to go back to an answer you just gave to Mary Kay about you talked about slacking and kind of shortchanging what they have to do. Are you talking in general, or do you feel like there's been people on this team who have been slacking a little bit?
No, I'm a general speaker, man. I'm a general speaker. I don't take shots at anybody. I don't do the stuff like that. We keep stuff in the house. I speak in general when I say we slacking. Some stuff you see out there on the in the games where we can't get stuff done and stuff like that, where it's been a consistent issue. That's something that we try to work on. But other than that, nah, we don't do that.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. And then Carson, I know we've asked you a lot about Carson, a lot of people about Carson over the course of his rookie year. Just the injury he suffered, just, how big of a blow is that for, just because of the way he was playing and what he was providing for this defense?
I mean, he was providing a light, like I said, he was a rookie who played like a established all pro vet. Like when you seen Carson on the field, he was just here. He was there. He was always around the ball. He had his keys right. He knew what to do. He knew how to put certain people in the right positions with his calls and stuff like that. It was everything was quick, quick, quick with him. Like but the thing is with him, like, he's the type of person that's gonna fight back from that injury and get right. I'm not gonna speak too much on it because I don't know too much about it. I haven't talked to him today actually, but just the terms of him, I know he's a warrior. I know he's gonna do the right thing and stuff like that. But other than that, it's kind of like just the next man up mentality, just and that's what it's always been. Next man up, the standard is the same, and there's not really a lot to speak on it. It's what you have to do. We're all in the same room. It's being preached to everybody, no matter who you are, whether you're a one, whether you're a two, whether you're practice squad, it doesn't matter. The standard is always the same. So.
Thanks.
All right, and last one from Scott.
Yeah, Alex, with the trade deadline a week from tomorrow, and you in your last year of your contract and playing well, and teams looking for ends, have you given any thought to the fact that you could be traded before you play again here?
I just take it one day at a time, man. Like this is a bye week. Like, I'm going to go spend time with family at the end of the day. Like I don't look forward to whatever happens is out of my control. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna wear my head down. I'm just gonna just go see family, go see friends. I'm going back to UAB. I'm going to go see the old college and stuff like that. So I'm not really worried about trades. I'm not really worried about a deadline. I'm not worried about this like outside noise and stuff like that. I'm just worried about my personal life at this point.